Hello, Randy Rain here, and I have a very rare robot this time. It's the M2 robot. Now you may be asking, well, where is this robot? It's right here. That's it, right there. The M2 robot. Doesn't work? Let's fix it. This is
Randy's Robot Garage.
So when I looked this robot up online, there is no information on it. I can find pictures of where one's been sold before, but that's about it. But I did ask around on some Facebook robot groups, and I did get some information. A guy from Argentina showed me a picture of one that is the exact same robot. It's just different colors and has a different name. It's maybe called Jenny, or it could be called Housekeeper, which, you know, that kind of crap really pisses me off. But anyway, it's like a little girl version. It's obviously the same robot, and this one is just, I guess, the boy version of it. Who knows? But the Jenny one is made by Star Toys, and that is a company from Spain. So maybe this is the same one, or they just use this mold and whoever wants to put their name on it, they can do it. But that's all I know about it. It's the M2R or the M2 robot, depending on what decal you look at. It is tethered with a wire. It is not wireless. It takes one AA here, but when I put the AA battery in, it doesn't do anything. It seems to be missing a cover. And when there may be, I can't tell, there may be something loose in there, but the whole thing is kind of loose. Well, I guess the first thing is to get it open, but I got to get these decals off because the decals are right on the seam that opens it up. So I'm going to start off with the hairdryer method. Those decals came off real easy, but as you can see, that was what was holding it together practically. There's a missing screw right there. That screw's not even in there. Huh. Yeah, it just falls apart. There's a broken screw post here. Okay, I see a broken wire down here. That could possibly be why it's not working. Okay. Has a little worm drive system here. That's kind of neat. No idea what this thing is supposed to be. That's odd. Is that like a switch? That is weird. I have no idea. There's a slot here that looks like it's supposed to go through. Well, I guess the thing to do is to open this up. We have two gears in here. Little idle wheels. Have this gear. It's in good shape. Gear here. That's in good shape. The tires are rubber. Those are in good shape. Not sure what that is, though. I have no idea what that is. You'd think it would go in here. I know what that is. I think I know. I've never seen that before, but I think I know what that is. This is your typical little robot that goes forward, and then when you go reverse, it turns. So when it goes forward, this thing just goes like that. But then when it goes reverse, I think it stops, and I think that's what grabs the ground and makes it turn. How interesting. Never seen that before. So it rides like that, but then when it goes backwards, it digs in and makes it spin that way. How strange. You can see the wire is broken off this motor, but also in this motor there's something at the tip of this little worm drive. That's bizarre. Wonder what that is. Okay, so I'm just going to desolder what's left of this motor. But, man, that smells funky. That's a weird smell. So now I'm going to put some power to this motor and see what happens. Nothing. Oh, it's trying. There it goes. It's trying. Come on. Guess it's time to take this thing apart. It's a little dirty. There's a little bit of grime in there. Just a tad. A little dirty. Just a bit. Okay, try this. It just keeps coming. Okay, let's put this back together and see how it goes. Okay, I'm just going to hold it together, see if it'll turn. It seems to be working pretty good now. Okay, I'll go ahead and push the tabs back. I think it's working. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and untie. There's a little knot here that's tied on because I want to clean all this up. I also want to fix this little broken screw post, so good grief, can't even turn it. I'm going to go ahead and take that piece of decal off that was tore. But I think I'm going to go ahead and take these decals off as well. I'm also going to clean this up, see what's inside. So this little joystick sits in there like that. It's going to push that one down or that one down. So we have the positive sides coming up here. Looks like it's touching both of these things. Oh, I see. So, okay, that's kind of clever. So positive is this one. Positive is coming up here and it's touching both of these leads here. And the negative is down here. It comes up and it's underneath these. So when you push the joystick one way or another, it's going to push this one down, disconnecting it from the positive, and then it touches the negative. Or if you push this one down, it disconnects from the positive and touches the negative. Well, that's kind of clever. This is way more clever than the Steve the Butler robot. Let's take this off. I'm also going to take this decal off so I can just wash this whole thing in soapy water. So I was washing the pieces of the robot in the sink. Then I go to dry them off and look what happened. Uh-oh. Yeah, some pretty brittle plastic. So along with the screw post, I got to put this back together as well. And I barely even put any pressure on this thing, so I have to be careful with this plastic, obviously. Getting kind of old. Go ahead and put this back. This one needed to be bent out. This one seemed a little loose. It went like that. Go ahead and screw it back. And the other one here. So yeah, that feels way better. So now I need to solder this. And this went in like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some solder on the end of these wires. Then I'm going to run them back through here and tie it back into a knot. And then solder these back. Whoever soldered this the first time did a horrible job. None of the solder joints seem to got hot enough to stick. Yeah, that smells funky. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a battery in here and see what happens. It turns that way, turns that way. Hey, it works. Okay, so now I'm going to put the little drive back together. Hopefully that little piece missing from this little worm screw here isn't going to affect anything. So that all goes here. This gets placed on top. Snaps into place. Screw. Then the motor gets put in. That gets locked into there. Put the arms in place. And that should be it. There was one missing screw, so I'm going to screw that one. That one went into there. Have this little number 2 screw. See if it'll fit in there. Oh yeah, that's nice and strong. Well, it works. It's together. So now it comes down to these decals. I was able to get them off without destroying them. They came off really easy, but they're so yellowed. They're so gross. I think I'm just going to redo them. Just scan them, print out, make some new ones. Why not? I scanned these decals, and then I cleaned them up and recreated them. For some odd reason, this eye came out wrong, so I printed again, and it still came out wrong, but with 2 of them, I guess it'll work. I'm going to use some of this duct tape laminate stuff here. And cutting out circles is a little tricky. So these are my decals. Once I put them on, it's going to be a much cleaner look. For me, with something like this, that's not a really high-priced collector's item, I would rather have it clean looking than original and gross looking. Alright, so I'm out in my shop. I'm going to be using 3M77. I'm just going to lightly dust it straight down to keep them from blowing away. There we go. It's not like this thing's worth a lot of money, so I would much rather have it like that. Here's all the little pieces, and now I'm just going to glue these together. Ah, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Should be just in the center. Yeah, that'll go in there. Oh yeah. But of course I can't leave it at that. I'm going to make a mold of this and cast it in some better plastic and black plastic. So to cast this thing, I have a little piece of MDF here, some foam board that I've cut down, some sulfur-free clay, and some masking tape. These are going to go like this. I'm using Mold Max 30. It's kind of my go-to. It's not too soft of a silicone. It's not too hard. looks like we're all cured. And now I'm going to cut down one side. I'm using Onyx Fast. I've cleaned the mold real well, and I post-cured it in the oven for a little while. Pour it down there, squeeze it and get the air bubbles out. Pour a little more. Well, let's see how it came out. And hopefully it's fully cured. It might still be a little soft. Well, maybe. So there it is. Put the battery in. That locks into place. So yeah, there's no markings on this thing whatsoever. Who knows where it comes from? Does it come from the same place that makes this one? Possibly. But then again, it could be literally anybody that wants to pay the company that has the molds to make it and slap whatever name you want to on it. So, who knows? But it's kind of clever. It kind of works, and I think the mechanism for making the electricity go back and forth with this is very clever. So let's look at how well it goes. If I put it here and I move it, it actually kind of does work. The little pin, sometimes it, on this bumpy floor, it really catches onto something and works pretty well. If you use the wire to help, see, sometimes it actually works. Now here's a different surface, his little cloth mat. It actually works pretty good here. The cool thing about it is it actually does a magic trick. Check this out. So if I take a deck of cards and I pull them out, and I'm going to mix them up. Now, I'm no card sharp, so don't expect anything fancy from me. And yes, card sharp is the correct term. But I'm just going to mix these up and just come and cut to one card. And let's see what it is. It's the Queen of Clubs. Okay, so we have Queen of Clubs here. Put the Queen of Clubs there. I'll give it a little small cut, bigger cut. And then I'll just start mixing these cards up in different ways. This can come up here on top. We can take some middle out of here, put that on there. Just mix it up crazy, so I have no idea where it is. And then I'll fan them out a little bit here, like this. And then the robot is going to find the card. Now, find the Queen of Clubs, MR2, robot. Where are you going? No, this way. Wait. Find it. No, try again. Oh, wait. I think I see which one. Which one is it? M2R robot? Oh, wait. Are you saying it's this one? You keep going to this one. Is this the right here? It is. It's the Queen of Clubs. That's amazing. It was all the way down there. Well, let's hide it again. Let's mix these cards up. I'll put some here, some on the there, put those on the bottom, here, here, and just mix this all up. And here. All right. Tell me, where is the Queen of Clubs? Oh, what, you tell me it's there? It's that one? I think that, is that where you're saying it's right here? Is it? It is. It's the Queen of Clubs. Now that is truly amazing in my book. But you're probably thinking, well, probably all the cards are Queen of Clubs. But that's just it. They're not. They're actually all King of Hearts. Well, there it is, folks. The M2R mystery robot. Who knows? If you do, please let me know. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I want to thank these people right here. These are patrons. If you want to become a patron, follow the Patreon link below. There are special perks, most definitely. So please check that out. Thank you for watching. That was
Randy Robot Garage.
I also want to point out that someone who watches my show made this cool graphic, and so I slapped it on a shirt. If you want to rock a shirt like this, check out the link below. Oh, what, you tell me it's there? It's that one? I think that, is that where you're saying it's right here? Is it? It is. It's the Queen of Clubs. Now that is truly amazing in my book. But you're probably thinking, well, probably all the cards are Queen of Clubs. But that's just it. They're not. They're actually all King of Hearts.